All right, Dad. How's it going? Yeah, bought you a cigar. It's a real Havana. Nicked it from the restaurant. Joking. So, you feeling okay, Dad?
Oh, couldn't be better.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. So how's your mother?
Well, she's good, you know.
Well, I don't know, do I? She don't visit. She never writes. When I phone her, it's, oh, hello, it's you, what do you want? Then she pretends the milk's boiling over. I know she can't stand hot milk.
Well, maybe she feels a bit, well, you know, that you let her down. What did you expect?
Well, I expected exactly what I'm getting. The cold shoulder, the brush off, the order of the boot. It don't make it any easier, does it? She got a fella yet?
Well, don't be daft.
Yeah, as if you'd tell me. Still, you're here. I'm grateful for that. I made a right dog's dinner of the father-son relationship, didn't I?
Well, I've seen more than milkman.
Yeah, still, at least we can build some bridges now, eh? Get to know each other better at last.
Yeah. Only, I'm going abroad for a bit.
Oh. What? Holiday?
No, a job.
Oh.
It's a fantastic opportunity. Sous chef at one of the best hotels in the south of France. Of course, the boss tends to run riot with the meat cleaver if we overcook the artichokes.
Yeah, we've got some blokes like that in here. We nearly had a full-scale riot yesterday when our sous chef tried to fob us off with caviar in a recipe that clearly called for fish fingers.
Dad.
And to top it off, when I took the lid off the silver salver this morning, my kedgeree was cold. Still, I'll get used to it with only 10 years to go. Do you know how many months 10 years is?
It's 120.
Oh, well, yeah, but I bet you don't know how many weeks that makes.
It's 520, of course.
Are you showing off?
Dad, there's 52 weeks in a year, and I think I can just about remember how to multiply by 10.
Of course you can, of course you can. Oh, thank God we sent you to good school. Thank God we scrimped and saved.
Be fair, Dad, I don't think you scrimped as such.
No? How do you think I bought my first shotgun? Can you imagine being banged up for 520 weeks?
No. But then I can't imagine running into a bank all tooled up, shouting everybody face down on the floor. Still, you'll get remission, won't you?
Ah, well, I'll probably top myself long before that.
Dad, don't talk like that.
Well, what have I got to live for?
Well, you'll still be a young man when you get out.
I'll be 50. On me own and 50. Your mum's abandoned me, you're abandoning me, and on top of that, my mum and dad are threatening to visit on a regular basis.
Dad, I'm not abandoning you. Look, you don't really turn down this job, do you?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm sorry.
Well, look, I'll tell Mum you're feeling a bit low. Maybe she'll pop up.
No. Now, you say nothing. I don't want her coming up here just out of pity. I only want her to visit me if she really wants to. If she still loves me. Could come in handy.
I'll miss him, of course, but he says it's a great job, and when he gets back to London, he'll be able to walk into any restaurant he wants and demand whatever money he wants.
Oh, just like his father. Sorry.
No need to apologise, Dor. Daryl's history as far as I'm concerned. My mum never liked him, you know.
Hey? That's news to me.
It was none of your business, was it? You was just a kid when we got engaged. If only I'd listened.
If only you'd listened, you wouldn't have had Garthy. And if you hadn't had Garthy, we wouldn't now be sitting here eating the world's greatest biscuits.
Cooking's all down to my side of the family as well. Daryl's mum couldn't boil water.
I wonder what my kid will be like. I wonder whether he, stroke she, will be artistic or athletic or intellectual.
Or just like its mother.
As it happens, I was in the athletic team at school.
You?
I must have been absent that day.
I was very good at field sports.
Oh, I remember field sports.
I thought you'd knocked all this having a baby lark on the head.
No. Well, I may have said it to shut you up.
Oh, don't tell me you're still on the lookout for unwary sperm donors.
No. I'm thinking of giving the blokes round here up as a bad lot. I mean, I've virtually thrown myself at every decent-looking man in a 5-mile radius. Barely half a dozen of them give me a second look.
And only then after you made a fuss of their guide dogs.
Are you?
Sharon, may I say something?
If you must.
Without wishing to be offensive.
Well, there's a first.
Perhaps if you made more of yourself, or to put it another way, less of yourself, you might improve your hit rate.
I'll hit you in a minute. There's nothing wrong with me. It's the child support agency. It's got all the single blokes scared stiff. Or should I say, scared limp. I've had a better idea.
Oh, we're all ears.
It came to me the other night when I was watching the late film Rosemary's Baby.
What? You want to have the devil's spawn, Nadia?
No, I could be like that Mia Farrow.
Well, now you mention it, there is an uncanny resemblance.
She's adopted a whole baseball team, hasn't she?
That's America.
Oh, well done, Tracy.
It's easy in America. It's a lot more difficult over here.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not stupid. But there's thousands of unwanted babies abroad. South America, Africa. You just go up to some poor woman in the street with 17 kids and no money and say, I'll have that one.
No money, something you'd have in common. You had to borrow the fare to sign on last week. How are you going to get to South America?
Air miles.
You ain't got any.
Sharon, if you want to adopt, your best bet is to move into a labour area like Hackney, where being a single parent, estranged from a criminal husband, with no visible means of support, are the criteria for adoption. In fact, convince them you're a lesbian, they'll throw in the freedom of the borough.
You're stupid. And to you, it's just a silly fantasy, this bringing up children.
It's not silly.
Oh, please, I'm bored with this now.
Is.
It's not.
Is.
It's not.
Is.
Actually, the reason I ventured into this socialist part of Chigwell...
It's not.
Oh, the reason was that it wasn't just for our company. Is.
Shut up, Tracy!
She started it.
Didn't.
Did.
Didn't.
Did.
Look. Didn't.
I just wanted you to know that if you need me this weekend...
Hardly likely, is it?
If you need me, while you are eking out a small packet of savoury pancakes, I shall be in a 5-star Lake District hotel putting the finishing touches to my sizzling memoirs.
Shortly to be serialised in the Sunday sleaze.
Who's taking you? That grubby journalist?
David Kane is not grubby. He is a campaigning newspaper man who sincerely believes that the public have a right to know when captains of industry drift off course. It is incidental that his editor is paying me a fortune for revelations of my torrid affairs with the great and the good in bed.
Shall, look, she's going to be staying near to where the boys are banged up, close to the picturesque village of Cockermouth.
Where else?
Certain local authorities now pay up to £300 a week to professional foster parents who care for difficult children.
300 quid, that's all right.
Mandy Philpott lives in Hackney. Although her husband is in prison, she is successfully fostering 3 young children.
Dorian was right.
Age 5, 4 and 2.5.
Hi, Garth.
She's managing
Oh,
to...
that train journey. Is Mum in?
Nah, she's at one of her activities.
Oh, what, a painting on silk class?
No, I think it's tap dancing tonight. Or it could be conversational Turkish. But what you need to know in Turkish beyond 2 large donnas with extra chilli...
So why is she going to all these classes?
It's what the agony aunts all recommend if you want to meet men. You take up some activity that the fellas are interested in, and then you pretend you're interested as well. First you get friendly, then you get romantic, then you get strumped. Except in carpet making class, in which case you get laid.
So why haven't you gone to any of these classes?
I prefer bars and discos, where pulling blokes is the activity.
What, sort of cuts out the middleman?
Yeah, I could visit you in the south of France. They reckon the nightlife's pretty hot there.
That's what I hear.
Oh, that'd do for me. Nighttime in the casino, daytime on the beach, naked except for a thong.
I don't think so, Auntie Sharon. Listen, Auntie Sharon, I want to ask you something. It's about Dad.
I'm sorry, Garth, but yes, he is your real father.
When I went to see him today, he's really down.
Of course, he was sent down.
I'm serious. I've seen him feeling sorry for himself before, but this is much worse. It's like he's given up on life. I think it's because he really misses Mum.
So he's put the screws on you, so you'll put the screws on her, so she'll start visiting again. It's a wind-up.
No, I don't think that's it. He told me not to tell her.
The old double bluff, eh?
I don't think so. Look, he hung on to the cigar cutter.
So?
Well, so it's got a sharp blade, hasn't it?
So what do you think he's going to do with it? Circumcise himself?
Look, do you think I should tell Mum or not?
Tell me what?
Garth's think I'm moving back in. Kimberly's so demanding he can't get no kip of a night. How was your class?
Oh, it was great. We had such a laugh. I was making me pot.
Oh, it's pottery then.
Anyway, the wheel was going round and me clay started wobbling and the teacher, Mr Clements, only he said I should call him Tony, had to rescue it before it flew across the room. He sat behind me and guided my hands, just like Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Oh, my love, my darling.
Yeah. Anyway, he's only asked to take me out next weekend. He's got these lovely brown eyes.
Yeah? How many?
Mum, I went to see Dad today.
Garth, what have you put in these?
Well, that's good.
Is it almonds?
Mum, listen. He's really low.
You can say that again. They don't come any lower. A creep.
Could be vanilla.
I mean, he's depressed. He's more than depressed. I think he might try to do himself in.
I said to him, that's the way that cons try and manipulate their wives, Garthy.
But he told me not to tell you, Mum.
Ah, the old double bluff, eh?
That's what I said. Right, so where's this Tony taking you then?
He's taking me to the marriage of Figaro.
You're kidding. Does that mean you got to buy a present?
Mum, I'm serious about this. I don't think Dad was trying it on.
Yes, but you don't know him like I do.
Yeah, well, maybe not. But I do know that I don't want to have to go off to France and then have to dash back for my dad's funeral.
Cinnamon. Here you are. Oh, it's a bit weak, isn't it?
We only had one tea bag left. We had to share it.
You should have got us a coffee.
No coffee left. No hot chocolate, no canned drinks, no alcoholic beverages.
Never mind. Couple of weeks in a Kit Kat and anybody's.
No Kit Kats, no penguins, no sandwiches, no luxury fruitcake that's gone hard despite being encased in plastic. Look, I wouldn't mind if I was looking forward to this visit.
I bet Margaret Thatcher don't have to go 5 hours on a train without confectionery.
Give it a rest, Shal. Well,
Cup of tea without a biscuit is like
a Sharon without a moan.
you ain't got one of them going spare, have you?
Help yourself.
You going to Slade and all? How'd you guess?
Because Nob's going north for grouse shooting, don't punt to us for sort of people.
It's a terrible journey, isn't it? I come all the way from Kent.
They do it on purpose. If you lived in Carlisle, I bet they'd put their dad in Maidstone.
One of their dads is in Maidstone.
What? That's why they come in a choice of colours.
Go on. Oh, it's Bianca's daddy was in Slade, isn't it, love?
Oh, Bianca, that's a nice name. Thanks for the bicky, Bianca.
Oh, where have Carly and Keanu buggered off to now?
Oh, I think they went that way.
I hope they ain't pulled the communication cord again. I'm still paying off the last time. Oh, Bianca for us, love, here we are.
I love kids, don't I, Trace?
Yeah, you do.
Hello, Booba. Hello, darling. I'm Auntie Sharon, and this is Auntie Tracy. Want to play a game?
Yeah, come in.
Oh, look, I'll come in. Oh, yeah, what shall we play? Let's play I Spy with my little eyes, something beginning with B.
Bollocks.
This really is the most gorgeous champagne. I didn't know you could still get pre-war Dom Perignon.
You can get anything for money, Dorian. And what's £700 a bottle to the tabloid press? We don't mind paying, especially for a story like yours.
But they really don't mind that I'm making it all up.
No! Ever since that Princess Di video, people assume all our stories are made up. They still buy the paper, though. Now, tell me all about your torrid affair with Michael Portillo.
Certainly won't sue.
No, he needs the publicity. He's had a quiet year. Now, I've jotted down a few sentences for you to have a look at.
I think where Mr. Portillo is concerned, I prefer to use my imagination. I first met luscious-lipped Michael when my Ferrari had a puncture one wet and windy night on the M25. He was dashing to Westminster for a 3-line whip. But gallantly, he stopped his Bentley to help a young damsel in distress. He knelt by my stricken car. The rain rendered his silk Comme des Garçons shirt quite transparent. revealing his muscular frame as he strained to jack up my rear end. Our eyes met. I whispered hoarsely, "People tell me you're the most upstanding member of the cabinet." Suddenly, his hand was caressing my...
Spare tyre?
Do you mind? Are you certain we're going to get away with this?
It's standard practice. The plebs get titillated and the toffs know it's a load of cods, so no one gets hurt. We are in the entertainment business.
Then put down that glass of champagne and come and entertain me.
I'd love to, but it is time for my golf lesson. Silly not to take advantage of a hotel with a first-class pro. Now, you finish your champagne and think all about your secret weekend love whirlwind with Take That.
What, all of them?
Sells newspapers.
If you had any control over those kids of yours, we wouldn't be stuck here in the middle of nowhere.
Don't blame me. It's the railway. They've cut their maintenance budget by 33% since privatisation.
How comes you know so much about trains?
Bianca's dad used to rob them.
Don't worry.
So what's the latest?
It's been 2 hours since we moved.
I know that, madam. A watch comes with a job.
And if we don't get to the prison soon, they'll lock the doors.
I'm sorry, but the driver said the brakes have burned out and the engineers have got to get here through the snow.
I knew I should never let you talk me into coming.
Me? I thought you were doing it for Garthy.
Hello? What? Well, what are we supposed to do? Well, you better alert the Air Sea Rescue and get a couple of helicopters.
Good news?
Not exactly. The engineers' vans ran off the road into a snowdrift.
Brilliant.
In that case, they'll have to send another traction unit from the depot to haul us in.
Well, normally they would. But when they privatised the line, they sold off the other traction unit.
They don't think, do they?
No forethought.
Give us your mobile.
Why?
I want to phone Pizza Express. I'm guaranteed to deliver in 15 minutes. Director inquiries? Cockermouth.
Hello? Sharon? You where? Oh, the woes of the underclass. Oh, I see. So the question is, would I prefer to stay here in my hotel suite eating caviar while a gorgeous young Tibetan rebalances my yin and my yang? Or do I want to drive 15 miles in a blizzard to rescue you?
Well, what'd she say?
What month does spring start up here?
There, I was right. It is a wolf.
Shal, did you hear that howl?
That was me, when I saw the mess that Kylie and Keanu had made of the toilet.
Oh, yeah, what are we supposed to have done now?
I'll tell you, shall I?
Good, I'm dying to hear.
Yeah, go on, get on with it.
They've completely wrecked it, that's what they've done. They've broken the windows so there's snow coming in. They've blocked up the sink and left the taps running so there's water everywhere. And they've run through the buffet car with a bog roll like the puppy in the advert. Except in the advert, the toilet paper hadn't been used. You're not a fit mother, you. You've got no control.
All right, Shal, calm down.
It's all right for you with your posh handbag. You try bringing up 3 kids in a 1-bedroom flat on £110 a week. Oi, Keanu! Stop playing Power Rangers with a fire extinguisher!
Still want to become a foster parent?
Yes. If you catch them young enough, you can still mould them. If I had little Bianca.
Oh, bless.
Is that guard looking, Trace? I'm gasping for a fag. Can Auntie Sharon have her posh handbag back? Ta? Oh, the little brat's been sick in me bag. Ooh.
There it is, and it's closer.
Trust me, Trace, that is never a wolf.
What makes you an expert, Little Red Riding Hood?
When I was in Edmonton, the bloke in the next flat had a wolf as a guard dog.
Oh, my God. Did you hear that? Doors on the window, it is a wolf.
Historian!
Same thing.
Thanks, Dor. We owe you one.
No, you owe me many. More than you could ever repay.
What made you change your mind?
When I saw where the acupuncturist was about to stick his next needle.
Well, don't stand on ceremony. Come on in.
Well, I can't. The handle's frozen solid.
We'll push you, Paul.
So, this is how the other half travel, is it? Well, I've just got one question to ask you.
What's that then?
If I am here to rescue you, why have you pulled me inside?
Good point.
We'll get our stuff. Want to buy a posh handbag?
We're on our way.
My car!
May I see your ticket, madam?
I've got to get off!
You may not alight while the train is in motion.
That's clever.
Come on, man, sort it out.
I'm dreadfully sorry for the inconvenience, but of course the men have to keep to their schedule. Supper, short period of television viewing, Top of the Pops tonight, it's always very popular, and then it's Betty Pies.
So, in other words, we can't see our husbands.
In other words, yes. Or to put it another way, no.
But we've come all the way from Essex.
I'll come all the way from Basingstoke.
We'll try to rearrange your visits for next week.
We can't afford to come back. I had to pull the Rottweiler to get here today.
I can just make a note of your names.
I'm going to report this to the Court of European Human Rights at The Hague.
Good for you.
Where is The Hague?
Oh, do Sharon Theodopolopoulos.
Marjorie Foster.
Tracy Stubbs.
Tracy Stubbs. Is your husband prisoner Stubbs 3184569?
Yeah, but we only use the first three numbers.
Hang on. Dr. Maguire, please.
Doctor, what's going on? The bloody hell do you think you've been doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, Trace.
Sorry, that ain't good enough. How do you think Garfield would have felt if you'd pulled off this stupid stunt with a cigar cutter he gave you?
Oh, I was desperate, Sugar. You cut me off. Garfield was going away. I realised I was a total screw-up and the best thing I could do for my family was just to simply cease to exist. Plus, my life insurance means I'm worth more to you dead than alive.
I don't want the stupid insurance money.
It's legit.
That's not the point.
See, what is the point? If I can't have you, what's the point of anything?
You should have thought of that before you got yourself banged up again.
I did it for you.
That's crap. You did it because you didn't have the bottle to go and get yourself a proper job. You've always been the same, even when we was at school. The other kids got paper rounds and what did you do? Ran a protection racket on the tuck shop.
I was the only kid in the school with a car.
You were the only kid in the school with a criminal record. I blame myself. I loved you so much, I always let you have your own way. If I had an opinion, I kept it to myself. And even after you came out, I pretended nothing had changed when everything had. I kept up the pretence that I was the same little airhead you'd married, because I didn't think you could cope with having a grown-up for a wife. And I was right, you couldn't.
So why'd you come up today? To give me the divorce papers?
Don't talk so bloody stupid.
Well, don't say you haven't considered it, because Chris told me that Sharon told him that you'd been thinking about it.
Well, thinking isn't the same as doing. And I told Sharon in the strictest confidence.
Oh, then you're nearly as stupid as me.
All right. I came to tell you that we're never going to turn the clock back and that I've got my own life to lead. And yes, there probably will be other blokes in it.
Tracy!
Let me finish. That's what I came to tell you. And then when they told me you nearly topped yourself, my heart started to pound, and I felt sick and terrified. And I realised I still love you.
No, you don't mean it.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Darryl. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, Tracy!
I said I still love you. That doesn't mean I haven't got the ump with you.
Stubbs, time for your tranquilisers.
Ah, cheers, mate. I don't need them anymore.
No, I do, though. At last.
I paid £8 to go round Buckhouse. This is bigger.
And classier. There's people they let in the royal family wouldn't get in here.
I let you in.
Sharon, what happened to I owe you one?
Sorry. I'm not used to having to be nice to you.
Make yourselves at home. Have a bath, if you like. I'll order dinner from room service.
I just warmed the old rent book. So, where's Loverboy then?
Oh, he's probably still using the hotel's incomparable sports facilities somewhere.
This must be costing his paper a fortune.
I'm worth it.
Dawn, got any Kit Kats in that minibar?
No, Sharon. We only have the finest Belgian truffles.
Sniff 'em out yourself, did you?
Move away from the fire, Sharon. Suckling pig isn't on the menu. Oh. Well, they must be about to restock. I'll phone down. Hello. Room service?
Blimey, this hotel is good.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Green.
I'm Mrs. Green.
Actually, this is rather embarrassing.
Nothing embarrasses Dorian. Keep forgetting. Must be nice to you.
While you were out, the police arrived and arrested Mr. Kane.
What?
Apparently, your Mr. Kane isn't the real Mr. Kane. And apparently, this isn't the first time he's impersonated a member of the press.
But I phoned him at the newspaper.
I'm sure you did. He works on the switchboard. I'd make sure, if I were you, that he hasn't taken anything of personal value.
Ah, she lost that years ago.
Unfortunately, there remains the matter of your account, which currently stands at just over £8,000.
£8,000?
I know it sounds a lot for 2 days, but the set of golf clubs cost nearly £2,000. And then...
Golf clubs?
The professionals said there was a marked improvement in Mr. Kane's swing.
Oh, well, I didn't notice.
Talking of golf, Dor, looks like you've been shafted.
Yeah, he wasn't even there at the time.
What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do
when I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true? What'll I do that won't come true? What'll I do?